the consideration that you can't please the entire world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
Can't make them all happy.
You know, Walmart sucks, but people like boutiques.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I think about it in a business sense, on this one that, like, and even what we do, like, we try to please a lot of people
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
I mean, we have a small team and we try to do a bunch and we try to, you know, uh, white glove everything, but then be, everything to everybody,
Yeah.
with what we do. And the truth is like, it just drives us crazy. Everybody else is
Yeah.
happy,
Yeah.
but are they really happy? Like, you kind of get a
Yeah. For
mediocre,
real. For real.
like, you can only do so much if you don't specialize. And
Yeah.
and so with this particular thing and thinking about how it relates personally, like, I can't be everything to everybody. And
Yeah.
so
You can't.
so I'm not going to be able to, bring what you say and what they say and what they say into my
Probably
filter,
not.
and and everything's okay. So I guess what it's saying is, like, if you detach a little bit from that,
Yeah.
then maybe it's easier to deal with it at that point, to where you're just like, "Ah, fuck, I can't help you and you and you.
Yeah.
I can't, please you and you and you. Like, I got to start with me. Always, I can
Yeah.
always start there,
Yeah.
because again, if your brain ain't right and your body ain't right, like, how can you,
Right.
you know, take care of, deal with, other people, and you know, so I can only do the things that I'm equipped to do, mentally, emotionally, personally,
Right.
and I can try to learn how to do those things better and expand on them. But, like, I'm never going to be ultra organized. I'm almost 50. Like, I'm organized on some things, but on many other
You're just
things,
giving
like,
up on that.
well, it's not that I'm giving up. It's like, I know what I'm good at this point. And so, I so if somebody is telling me, like, you need to be more organized on this, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna hire somebody for that, because I'm just not good at, like, I can't get past that point. And if you want me to be better at that at this point, like, then something else suffers.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I Yeah, you can't please everyone. I actually recently had someone at the gym sign up for our 6 week, intro new member thing. And we do in terms of the CrossFitty portion, we do small group fitness,
Hmm.
10 people or so in a class. And it's CrossFit like slash light.
Yeah.
And this person came to a couple classes and then was like, "You don't do any Olympic lifting. We should really be doing Olympic lifting. I want Olympic lifting. Now I want Olympic lifting." I was like, "Well, we don't do that."
Mhm.
And he was like, "Well, this place sucks." And I was like, "Well, you can get your money back. I'll give you your $100 back. You can go to a place that does that."
Mhm.
But at first I was like, "Man, maybe we should do some Olympic lifting."
Oh,
But
see,
I was
that's where
like,
you just
yeah, I was like, but no, I was like, nah, 98% of our membership should not be doing that type of work.
right.
And it would be bad,
Yeah.
if it's one person. It's one person. And, I had to let him go.
Mhm.
I was like, well, if that's what you want. You got to go somewhere else.
And it's not that that's such a bad thing.
No, no,
It's
it's fine.
just like,
It's cool.
like,
It's just not what we do. And
if you can train, and if you have seen this, and I can think of a couple of people in particular in business, but, like, yeah, being everything to everybody, like, I mean, it'll put you in a grave early,
yeah,
business
yeah,
wise
yeah,
and
yeah,
personally.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, we're not a specialist gym,
Hmm.
but we're not a, I mean, I would say we're very generalist.
Yeah.
But Olympic lifting is very specialized.
Yeah.
You know, and I could have argued with the guy. Like, I don't really think he knew what it really was. You know, he's referencing lifts that aren't Olympic lifts and
Mhm.
stuff, but you know, I probably could have spent a little more time, like trying to educate him. But I'm just, it's like a losing argument,
Yeah.
and it's like, why argue?
Well,
It's not what we do.
if you want this thing,
We're not ever gonna do it.
Right,
Like
yeah.
you should probably go somewhere else. And
Yeah.
it's not something you can do on your own. I mean, you need to be working with someone who can
Yeah.
help you with that stuff. You got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But to not take it personally, because I did for a little bit, for a few seconds there. I was like, ooh, yeah, it's a shortcoming, but not really. Not really if you really can detach.
Well,
Think about your business.
something that we continue to say is like, at least in my department, and again, we're guilty of the same thing sometimes, but I go back to like, let's get these 5 processes right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do them well, and then guess what we can do after that? We can add a 6th.
Yeah. We'll tack it on.
And then after that, like if I mean, I said to,
but even then you're in a position where you can decide whether that's something you need to add.
right, right.
And that's where you're in a position to win.
Yeah.
And you're making those decisions, and you're not just like reacting to whatever random comment somebody makes.
Right.
you
Right.
know?
Well, and I don't know, again, business wise, that if you continue to try to push to all areas where somebody
Yeah.
wants you to go, if I listened to every single person who said,
Yeah.
hey, why don't you make this in your restaurant? When I was in the restaurant industry, then like the menu,
Yeah.
like what you don't understand,
because you had like a sandwich shop, but they were like, you should have lasagna.
right?
You're like, wait, what?
You should have steak. What you
Yeah.
don't understand is that every single item that you add that is not like
Right.
like that is why a Mexican restaurant is a beautiful, beautiful place, because guess what? And we said this last
Yeah,
time we
it's-
were down the street. Like, hey, it's just meat, cheese, and corn,
meat, beans,
or
and cheese.
yeah,
Yeah.
one way or another.
Yeah.
It's just rolled differently. And but as soon as you start adding a steak to that,
Right.
or lentils,
Yeah. It
like-
takes a different specialization to cook that.
and then it's not only that, but also like then you have to have a bigger refrigerator, then
Right.
you have to have then you have to
Yeah.
carry things that may or may not sell.
Yeah,